Yeah, you know how we started this Canto on episode 60? We're not on pace for 10 episodes of Canto anymore. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Limbus Company. SlayerMathis, and last time we fought against the Earl King as well as Nelly, and this time we'll be finishing off the Canto, chasing Heath. Oh, also we, had resonance with the Sephira. Man, that's kind of important too. This time we move on to finish up Canto 6. Nelly was right. Heathcliff the Earl King had disappeared into the rooftops. The only chance Vergilius gave us, the awakening matched with my clock. The very last of Heathcliff's hopes. It's over. And this vortex of color makes it to a sludge. Splash grey paint over the heart that once gleamed violet. Splash of bloody red paint. Splashes of faded colours. Again and again. There was nothing but blackness. Unseen by all. Unnecessary to anyone. The colour of the pitch black night. The colour of the back streets. Another power outage. Where did Heathcliff go? He disappeared all of a sudden. What are we talking about? I'm right here. Projectable ending, is it not? Enter the back streets. The place where dear Heathcliff belongs. Oh, Heathcliff. Once again he turns his tail, tasting nothing but defeat and despair. Stop. Stop it. I won't hear any more of it! Pitiful, isn't he? Will not change one bit, no matter how much time you spent in your company. But Heathcliff the Earl King, Heathcliff the Devil, the very same man that awaits Heathcliff. I disagree. You probably can't hear a thing I'm saying, but I still do. Because I'm hurting. I don't want to be here anymore. So I must marry Linton in the end. So what degrade me to marry Heathcliff now? Oh, bloody hell. It's memory again. Kathy and Nelly talked about me in that room. Let's get out of here. If I had to stay and listen, Mark will crack and fall apart. Don't completely shatters. Some bloody clock in his back. I mean, the time is passing, nobody wants to suffer. But wait, let the time pass to change anything. What difference would it? Fine, I'll wait a little, so shut up and... Mary and Linton would give me the means to help Heathcliff. I can make him a better person. So he must never know the immense love I have for him. No, this time, I don't want to shut this open door. I'm still scared. Terrified even, but... Kathy, I'm sorry. I disappointed you. I was too afraid to hear true feelings. Oh no. This future that'll never come true? Not for us. I wrecked everything with my hesitation. I had more than just us. I had Nelly too. I have to start fixing the things I've wrecked. Because I don't want my Heathcliff to live the rest of his life in regret. That's why, despite everything, I want Heathcliff to forge onto the rooftop. Those flowers bloom in places like desolate moors, steep cliffsides. So they may appear more lonely than everything else in the world. Do you want to know why I still love this flower the most? The other flowers lose their colours and fade as they wither away. But this flower, even as it withers and wilts, remains the same colour. So when you're gone, I'll try these flowers and decorate my room with them. What, like make rings of flowers? Don't say something so foolish. Whatever, leave you. So stupid. Never once realised what she meant by those words. Everything you've ever said, Catherine. An expression of love. Oh, I'm back! Heathcliff! Where did you go? I thought he says when the lightning struck him. You okay, Heathcliff? No. Still hurts. Still hurts like hell. But we've passed you, make our way to the rooftop now. What? Heathcliff the Earl King will not be my future. You, him. We both had access to every knowledge, but made the same choices anyways. Not me. I'll make a different choice. Thanks so much for looking after us, Nelly. That's been very odd. Among the three individuals mentioned in Miss Catherine's will, Miss Henley and Linden are both clearly deceased. It was said that, at least on paper, ownership of Wuthering Heights has been transferred to Heathcliff. I'll give you a new future, Nelly. Give you freedom. To start rotting as you will. Write your own tale or whatever it is you wish to do. With that, he left Nelly behind, began making his way to the rooftop. Nelly collapsed to the floor, making odd noise that sounded like a mixture of laughter and sobbing. Free to go? I've been freed the night. I can finally... What are you lot doing down there, faffing about? Come on up! First time? I really have no idea what you're thinking right now. Thinking? I don't really think that out, mate. Just really know what I have to do. So. Again, like, obviously, it's fun to have your very obvious villains like Ahab, like Earl King. But also, having the occasional, just like, genuinely good, like, I do think Nellie is a good person. But, obviously, she's had her own things, and she came to a conclusion that is against us, but I don't think it's a wrong conclusion or anything like that. Earl King and Heathcliff awaits us on the rooftop, just as Faust expected. The powerful and oppressive energy that surrounded him had only grown more ferocious since our last encounter. It's perhaps because of the golden bound, that pure form of humanity. Heathcliff watches us stumbling up the stairs through our exhaustion. He lowers Catherine's coffin to the rooftop floor. What a sorry ending to this tale, is it not? You have no ideas of the lengths I've gone to destroy both Hindley and Minton. How much I've pushed myself to the brink again and again! This is my own heaven. This value within my reach. Heaven? This shouts your idea of heaven. Look again. You are now right in the middle of it. When I heard the news of Catherine's passing, I began to see her face in all things. Even my own very own face brought back her memories. Everything in the world gave an unending reminder of who Catherine once was. A reminder of the fact that she once existed, only to be forever lost because of me. So to breathe, to let my heart beat, I had to think of nothing but that singular wish. That burning, unchanging desire. My wish. Discover Heathcliff in every world. Yes, that singular wish is the ultimate proof of my love. Through my campaign, I have seen so many versions of Heathcliff. Some grew wrathful, some begged for mercy, for their lives! But in the end, they all had to perish. They had to perish for the good of Catherine, and willingly forfeited their lives. I found no pleasure in my work. How could I, when I made it my mission to slay those poor wretched souls, when all of them died so alone, unloved by all that is living, by the world? Did you know that no one ever weeps for Heathcliff's death? So the task falls to me to bury them, to shed my tears for them. But only silence shall attend my own demise. No, that's all wrong. Of course I would have given anything to make Catherine happy. Anything, but even you, still the possibilities of every world. Miss something. What do you mean? So in every world, Catherine and Heathcliff were destined to be miserable, didn't you? I'd get unhappy. You just missed that small skate happiness. No. No such world exists. Because of me, no! Because of us! Because of our existence! Catherine will! Bloody hell, I'm telling you it has nothing to do with our existence. Suppose I want to believe it was. All I had to do was get over my embarrassment. Out of fear, scrounge with the smallest amounts of courage to bust open the door. Talk to her. But how will you prove your theory when there is nothing left? We have nothing left to prove it with. When my Catherine is long gone! Right. Can't change the past like you said. Can't prove it to you either. Maybe none of this matters in the end. Catherine might never wake up again, no matter what I do, but I'm here anyway. On this rooftop. You understand what that means? You and me? We're both wretches. I understand that. I refuse to break like you did. Leaping from world to world, seeking to kill everyone that you deemed to be the cause of that misery. And how broken my heart has become. Your speech rings hollow, Heathcliff, for the outcome is already decided. I will end your life and leap over to the next world to do the same. What are you waiting for? Heathcliff pulled the golden bow from the roof of the manor, where it was installed as the lightning rod. Your struggle is meaningless. You cannot destroy the golden bow. Can't destroy it, no? That's stop it from working. You mean to kill me? You? No. Stop myself just as you wished. You what? You see? There's actually so why, but this golden bow being beautiful and it's a necessary part of the plan, isn't it? What was your strength, pal? That cock up a grand scheme, won't it? How do you even know that, Heathcliff? I know it's good, but I'm good at sniffing these things out. Heathcliff! Catherine, I'm back. Please, open the door. Why? Why do you stab yourself? Is that how you wanted this to end? Then Catherine ever called this man to hear my call. What I've seen the golden bow connects the hearts together. I'm fine by sit my trousers here. What are you? Catherine has become Wolfland's height itself. I understand how that happened. But Cathy, she saw the same mirror that Nellie and this gate peered into. Her out was the same as mine all along. I feel like I know what kind of choice she'd made. Now to think back on it, the moment we set foot upon this manor, while the knights kept pushing me away while Dari continued to soothe me. We never once, Kathy, I, both of us. Heathcliff, what are you talking about? The diary flips through its pages until it comes to stop on the last page. Would you like to hear a story, Heathcliff? A long, long time ago, Josephine told me a little tale. She said that there's a deep ancient river flowing beneath this manor. Every architect said there's not a good place to build anything, let alone a house. That nothing should ever be built atop this hill. Well, the house was built here nonetheless. Didn't see Hapushane River. Since I was a child, I saw the ghosts of my late mother, haunting the late halls of this manor. Nellie, can't you see that ghost? I told you, miss, there is no such thing as ghosts. Why didn't you take a nap like I asked you to? Mistress! I was the only one who was seeing ghosts. I, Josephine, knew that you would one day return to our side. That the river flowing beneath these lands would bring your grace back to this manor. That, should my duties at this manor be complete, you would allow me to drink the river's waters. I have plainly seen that vision as I grew up. After Heathcliff left me after I lost every will to live. And they brought me here. Miss, I found an interesting mirror. There's some fascinating things. It's a magic mirror of sorts. I might enjoy such an invention. That mirror saw the infinite variations of Heathcliff and I pulled Heathcliff to the other cliff's abyss of desolation. He would cold and mired in an endless cycle of misfortune. It was as though his fate was already written to be miserable. No matter what he did, he would always meet a wretched end. You see that? I see another ghost. Miss, you're still very ill. Please don't let the chill one sicken you further. Why does that ghost speak so tragically? And why does she appear so familiar? Let's gaze into the mirror again, Nellie. I wish to find that single strand of possibility where Heathcliff can be happy. To gaze into that mirror night after night, night after night, until blood began to stream down my cheeks in place of tears, then with the ceaseless wailings. I found the Catherine who tasted the deepest despair. You are... No other Catherine weeps as terribly as you do, in any of the worlds that I have seen. Because in this world, I am Heathcliff's murderer, who were just like you, desperately searching through every world we peered past the mirror. But in no world are Heathcliff and I together in happiness. Our tale always ends in tragedy. The suffering is all that remains. I have nothing to live for alone. I have no reason to go on. Why can't Heathcliff be happy? Why can't any Heathcliff be allowed even an ounce of happiness? There is but one answer. That we are the cause of his misery, because Catherine's existence is what brings misfortune to Heathcliff. Every Heathcliff is miserable. Except for me. If I can longer exist in any world, will every Heathcliff in every world find happiness? Yes, he will. It was not too late. For the sake of every remaining Heathcliff in every world, please invite us to your world beyond, so that we may kill you first, and move on to the next, to kill the Catherine of a different world again and again. Then every Heathcliff reaches a heaven. Heaven where I no longer exist. It felt as though I was freed from a heavy yoke. It felt as though this was precisely what I was meant to do. Because I love every other Heathcliff. Because he deserves to be happy. Done as you ordered. My connection in the back streets. Thank you, Mr. Henley. Last I heard, he gambled away everything he had. I used Nellie, who asked her acquaintance to bankrupt my brother. She could only support the price for him. Don't worry about the results. We've done similar experiments in the past. It'll all work out as long as the laboratory is ready. Certainly. The laboratory will be complete as you have requested it. The price is not a matter of concern. And like I've told you repeatedly, this method will overlap your identity with that of another, which is to say that your body shall be free of consciousness. We've learned from one of our previous experiments that full, complete identity can be summoned only once the body is empty. I installed a massive laboratory in our basement to invite Catherine to our world. I got the golden barrel from its help, however, to summon a fully intact identity. It's an incredibly power-consuming procedure. A single golden barrel would be enough to power it. Lucky for you, if we simply cure ourselves with golden barrel. This golden barrel, installed on the roof of your manor, will collect all the necessary energy and relay it to the golden barrel installed in the laboratory. You are so kind. Can favor you ask for return? Not to monitor, that's for certain. Instead, allow us to make a dough. That's all I ask. A dough. Yes, a pure, uncontaminated dough. Fight me, please, please. This marriage should be complete soon. Nellie, and no one can fear the ghosts. Because all fear stems from ignorance of its origins. Maybe that's why I'm so afraid to talk to Heathcliff. Because I could not know, nor could I understand his ever-distant heart. When I thought to be ghosts, which is us from the other worlds. Suffering in wretched pain, yet wandering man still, determined to end my life. Now, the lightning strikes 7 times upon your coffin. Perhaps the other world will open, summoning the Catherine you want from the other world here. I'm certain that Linton will be happy, as you're doing this for me, who you love so much. Once this coffin closes, that is it. You'll never open your eyes again. I know. This is not the end. I will always be watching over you, wherever you may be. Your word is my command. Everything shall be as you willed. Sweet dreams, my love. Oh, with dough of such high purity can become pretty much anything. What I seek lies beyond the dough, however. Something more primordial. Something at the far beginning of all things. But for you, I present a different Heathcliff. Not your Heathcliff lives without a word and doesn't care to return. Heathcliff who exists for Catherine and only Catherine. And the river that flows beneath your manor will be of great help to both of us. And maybe that your consciousness isn't lost forever, because the deepest river arrests them from moving on. Perhaps whatever fancy everything that is to transpire. Heathcliff who exists just for me. What are you talking about? I wonder watching all this happen. Can anyone hear me? Don't you worry. I'll make sure that the summoning ritual is a resounding success. Just in case you forget, remember to hold steadfast. Remember that all this is for the good of Heathcliff, whom you love so much. The clock turns to revive Heathcliff, who stabbed himself with the golden bow. Catherine. Eventually, Catherine from a distant world is slowly pulled from the coffin to the other Heathcliff is carrying. The golden bow that impaled Heathcliff began to return to whence it came. Back to where Heathcliff first tore it from, like it was meant to be. Shit's fucked, yo. That's a weird Canto. Give me a moment to figure out my supports for the Heathcliff solo. Just give me a bit. Alright, so just had to take a little bit to go through. Notable thing, I did have to uptype 3 Kurkumo, and Rhodia, and Zwei Sinclair, but let's go over the passives. SlayerMathis Song, big one on that. Gloom is going to take a little while for us to get, just because of Mentor Despair being a scale 3, but a little bit of extra damage on Butterfly will be nice. Similarly, Wuthering Heights Butler, this one is an SP heal. We can eventually get up to 8 SP per turn, which will be nice, although we'll most likely be pretty high on that anyway. These 4, I do not have any IDs that really fit in terms of what we want, so none of these will be helpful. This really the only Ishmael that does anything. It can potentially do a little bit, it'll be fine. Kurkumo Roja, extra slash damage at our, well, will be at the slowest speed, so our only one with speed. Zwei Sinclair, ally with least HP, takes less damage. Perfect. Butler, Josephine, Otis, Hag. We will, if we get our sinking built up well enough, then very nice there. Probably the most important is LCB Gregor, because once we get to 3 of our Gloom, we'll constantly be restoring 5 HP every turn. And the biggest issue is survivability right away. Once we can make it to this point, we should be fine. But we need to get a little bit lucky with that. One thing that would be very nice, but we have a couple things that we're missing on it. G-Corp Gregor is incredible for solos, however, it does require Gluttony. For that one, it is 5 SP 3 times per turn, or 5 HP, for Clash Win 3 times per turn, if I recall, which is, yeah. But we don't have any Gluttony production, so we do have to rely on that Gregor, on base Gregor, so, yeah. Of course, Wild Hunt, asymmetrical in there. Well, we're not going to be able to. I think Body Sack might be the only one where. No, I don't. We could possibly pop Body Sack and Fell Bullets. Except what's passive. Extra poise could be useful, but we don't get any count. But I think Body Sack would be nice because we can get Lust from Dullahan, but that's it. Catherine, who Heathcliff desired so desperately to reach. She's walking out of the coffin, her eyes opened. Yet, no. Seventh lightning is struck. It's being overwritten by Catherine from a different world. Don't do this, Catherine. I tried everything for you, everything I suffered out there. All I ever wanted was to see you again, to return to the matter, to meet you. The space surrounding Catherine, who is screaming and wailing, begins to bend and refresh as though something has gone wrong. Why have you changed your mind? Have you forgotten our wish? You've spent countless days and nights watching how Heathcliff suffers, the suffering that we have inflicted upon him. No. It's different. The only person who can tell me this is... Does it not matter to you what happens to every Heathcliff in every world? How is truly so selfish that you feel detached from its consequences? I am Heathcliff. My greatest miseries in this world have been Heathcliff's miseries, and I have watched and felt from the beginning. My greatest thought in living is himself. If all else remained if he were a knightly, no Catherine should seem a part of that world any longer.
Kathy! You're here somewhere! Where are you?
Identity. Something's going well with the summoning. It's like that Miss Catherine's will is intervening in the summoning. He's refusing the summoning? Do not obstruct me! Summon me if your love for Heathcliff is true! Alright. First turn, not too bad for the solo here. We have Fated Promise at this point. So does that... I assume that also prevents a death one time. Which actually I didn't realize that we had that part of the skill. Regardless, yeah. We're gonna pop the gloom right away, just so we can so that we can work towards Gregor's passive. That's the main one. We're gonna be taking a little bit of unavoidable damage, and it sucks that we are fatal to all this shit. Yeah, we have to make sure that we stop Smackdown from hitting. The unfortunate thing here is maybe not the smartest idea to pop Dullahan right now, but still I'm gonna go for. To keep his sanity low, but again, I think these first few turns are the the first few turns are the most difficult. Have to see what the most damaging ones are. So obviously we have to stop the Smackdowns from hitting. Both of those we could... you know, I fucked that up. I should have waited for Dullahan on this turn, because then we could have recovered from Stagger right away. We'll go for it, but actually... does that still inflict our gloom? I don't know. Maybe. It might. We'll find out. We'll just run it as is. But... the extra attack weight from Dullahan is very nice. Okay, it does still have the gloom. Okay. That is actually very good to know. We'll still run it until we die. But... okay, we do recover once. And at this point, we still... ooh. Oh, it doesn't actually count the... okay, that is quite interesting. First of all, fucking gotta... Jesus Christ, okay. Really? Really? Alright. We have to let 2 hits go through. And I think it has to be those 2. I don't think we can afford... I don't think we can afford to let that go through. Really? Oh, he's attack power up, that's why. Really though? That doesn't feel right. Ah, coin drop, that's why. Fuck it. We ball? Oh shit. Okay. Okay, so we get that one off, but still. Oh, ooh, do we stagger him though? We do. We do stagger him. So actually, this worked out way better than I expected. We'll slowly start to be able to gain some HP from here. I think. Oh, I thought you were staggered. Who did we stagger then? Okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I misplayed this. So we'll reset this. I just have to remember that I keep forgetting. I always forget that mounting Dullahan recovers you from stagger. Just because it's such a niche thing that usually you're not really thinking about, but it is something that can be very useful in niche situations like this. Third Patch the Violet, fucking banger, by the way. I remember not initially liking it, but it's either my favorite or second favorite Millie Project Moon song. But it's between this and Canto 7's. One of the two. But Castaway has such good range. Okay. We wait one more turn. We pop Dullahan next turn. That's fine. We'll manage. And his sanity lowers, our sanity raises. Take a little bit of damage here, which is fine. Pop Dullahan, which we use to... Smackdown is the main one that we need to take out. Make sure we get Smackdown taken care of. Guess we could... Yeah, I guess. I think then... No, not quite. Not quite staggered on that, but... Oh, that's some real nice low sanity for you, buddy. Yeah, for solos, once you can get past the initial roughness, then you're so fine. Again, it takes a little bit, but ooh, go with that, and I guess, and I think it sadly will go. And yeah, that order. But luckily, we recover enough. Oh, cool. Cool, random staggers. I love random staggers. Element More Despair is not the best to have right now, but we need the Gloom right now. Oh yeah, no, we're fine, we're fine. I believe, yeah, that's the best one that we can hit there. Actually, should we? No, shockingly not. Do we want to Dullahan? So you're thinking... You want to put a little bit of sinking on... Yeah, I think we kind of checked, okay, okay. That should be enough, yeah. Just getting him into negative sanity is really good for us. Honestly, Josephine, it's a very high rolling skill that Josephine has. But we have Requiem. It's also very good for us. And yeah, they do outnumber us. However, we have a little bit of attack weight. And also, there's just a couple moves that we can ignore. Plus, because we finally have this active, we're gaining a little bit of HP so that not every single bit of damage to us is permanent. Oh, those attacks are super weak anyways. He does have a cap on how many Wild Hunt units that there can be. He is capped out at 4 Wild Hunt units, so it's not like we're, you know, in massive trouble because, you know, we're not gonna get swarmed by Wild Hunt. I think we just staggered him. Yeah. Again, this is, yeah, this is one that would be, oh. We get every Catherine. I didn't even check, Pearl Kings. Yeah. There's a bunch of... Basically, you can't really do any damage when you have all of that. Catherine gets Jabroni by Heathcliff. Yeah. The Hands of Every Catherine, yeah. We can just kind of ignore that one. I mean, obviously. Yeah, we'll do an even spread on there. Again, like, while G-Corp Gregor is really nice, obviously we don't have any gluttony, so we're not gonna get that. I believe I think it's Yadsanada Otis can gain random, I think it's Yadsanada Otis that gains rather random resources, but it might be Yadsanada Heath. Don't remember exactly. For this one, we'll go kind of same thing as before, where we're just spreading love. Again, this part is a little, well, okay. It's, as a solo, a lot more difficult than I'm making it a lot more difficult than it needs to be. But, as with all solos, once you get past the first little bit, then you're It's a lot easier. Can you hear me? Can you hear my voice? I suddenly realized that an unfamiliar voice is echoing directly in my head. Is this sound coming directly through the golden bough? Yeah, that too, Cluckhead. I turned around to look at Heathcliff. He was exhausted from the prolonged battle, both in body and spirit. The golden bough that once pierced his chest was long removed after my clock turned, but its influence seemed to be lingering for some reason. Catherine? Heathcliff whispers. Listen closer. What's happening? A frail, desperate voice echoes. The voice shudders so terribly. It's not at all what I wish for, no. I carefully asked the voice a question. So all of this is... I never wanted a Heathcliff who exists for Catherine and only Catherine. I don't think she can hear our voices. All I wanted was for every Heathcliff to be happy. All I wanted was to kill every existence of myself. Please, someone help me. Can anyone hear me? Shout. Shout so that we can hear her. Only +5 modifier, so really low. This is... The warm light of the golden bough begins emanating from somewhere. Heathcliff's that you? Kathy, I'm back, sorrow, joy, wrath, obsession. I feel the storm of emotions raging within Heathcliff. Oh, you know, it's silent. I cannot hear his voice. The same emotions can be felt from Catherine's voice. Bloody hell. Cold slowly took over the warmth as it grows weaker. I can no longer hear Catherine's voice. It won't be that easy. Heathcliff refuses to let disappointment hold him back. Instead, he forges on with determination. They don't. Heathcliff is slightly faster. He's got his own horse. I fucking love the effect, by the way. This battle is hype as fuck. Would I go so far as to say that this is the fight with the best vibes? Maybe. Maybe. I don't think I would... Yeah, you know what? You know what? I would say that. I would say this is the fight that has the best vibes on it. Two Fractured Violet is awesome. The background glitching out is so cool. The story behind this fight is awesome. This fight just rules. I'm gonna say it. I know, such a hot take. Such a hot take. One of the most favorite fights in the entire game is really cool. What a shocker. I could go horse, but I'm not going to. Instead, I don't quite want to... Oh, here we have lightning. I don't quite want to do the shut up and let the rest of the battle continue. Also, the song switching between which version it is, fucking awesome. I love this fight. For a long time, I was between if I liked Canto 5 or 6 more, and I think I would still overall say I prefer 5, but I think that this one fight is better than anything Canto 5 has. I think that as a whole, 6 is the better, or 5 is the better, but, yeah. My head fills with the voice once again. I never should have summoned that Catherine here. I thought Heathcliff would never have to suffer again if every Catherine were to no longer exist. I should have known that Heathcliff would have done the very same. I can feel her heart-rending sorrow. Never should have fled. Should have talked to her instead of running away. Heathcliff was right. Every unspoken word, every unshared discussion only broke their hearts further apart from each other, although their words began to run parallel, never to converge. So I could go back. Is there truly no way out of this trap that woman set for us? Heathcliff shouts, Kathy, As Heathcliff begins to speak a shrill cry, tears through her head.
Catherine, do not instruct me now! We promised, did you?
Oh, fuck, never mind. I thought that was it. God, it's fucking confusing with this. Oh, we promised, didn't we? We promised to kill all of us so that Heathcliff may find happiness! The cutting voice is tinged with an odd warmth, like a different voice. No, why? Maybe the two Catherines are vying for control. Her colossal hand is twitching and stumbling. Maybe this is our chance to neutralize that hand. We got an only +5 modifier. Heathcliff immediately knew what I was going for and leapt toward the hand. This can't be. Caught her off guard, neutralized the hand. I thankfully knew. But we were so close. Did we just get destroyed this time? I hope so. We'll just pop in. You know what? We're going to horse. Let us horse. 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Boom. Come forth, Delahan! We're not even gonna use the counter, I don't think. Oh. Every Catherine. Away with you! All hands HP are at 0. They're at 1, deal no damage, and they also just fucking explode. Probably should mention that. I feel like that's a important health thing. But I think at this point is when I'm going to do these, you know, speaky. Let the rest of the vibes play out. Faust, if things don't get any better, what will happen to them? Oh, King Heathcliff, once he kills Heathcliff of this world for good, will leap over to other worlds to slay other versions of Heathcliff. If Catherine's summoning succeeds, she'll become another Catherine who leaps between every world, creating more Catherines like herself. To what end? And where there's nothing but the sounds and lamentation of both Heathcliff and Catherine. Won't you agree? Huh? There's a sound coming from my device. Dante. I see that you write a diary of your own. I won't call it a diary. It's not like a record that happens every day in here. It counts as a diary still. It's a record of your life. I suppose it is. Catherine. Just before the break of dawn, during the quietest hours of the day, I'd write in my diary. Especially on days when I suffer from fevers. I cannot bear to go without vomiting every fault of mine on a piece of paper. I was always honest with my diary. But it seems I can never be honest anywhere else. while I hid my true feelings from the ones I loved, or refused to communicate myself. I'm angry at those who come to understand me. Heathcliff shall never know. Never how much I... No. I'll have to know. Heathcliff, how did you... I need a lot of courage to get here. Catherine. It's also easy for you. For you to tell from me. For you to ground me up till I'm nothing. I was so happy whenever you came to visit me. A single glance of me in my direction could brighten my entire day. You're always like a calamity. I've always loved that very calamity that swept over me like a tempest, Catherine. Thank you for having the courage. Finally, our hearts are no longer broken apart. Dante, may I borrow your diary for a moment? The Golden Bough has far more impressive powers than any of us could have ever imagined. What powers? It's been bringing your own wishes to reality, has it not? So, the key to my Heathcliff's happiness is in your diary. So I looked down at the screen of the device I carried. I used to think it was nothing but a tool for recording things. Yeah, this is the coolest fight in the game. The fact that you get booted to basically a title screen. And our main option, clear all Kathy.
먼저 말해줘서 고마워.
Thank you so much for being the first to talk, Heathcliff.
나도
I don't love every Heathcliff in every world.
지금의 너를
Love you as you are now. In every world of possibilities that may or may not have been. Every Catherine and Heathcliff of all worlds call out to each other, feeling the echoes of their partners. They struggle for the one last unseen embrace.
Where are you, Kathy? I wish to have you in my embrace again! I felt your presence all along. I knew the sight of you have been haunting me! You lie up beneath the cold earth! You are beside me, are you not?
Heathcliff, why do you refuse to embrace me?
I have not broken your heart! You have broken it! And in breaking it, you have broken mine!
Do not come to me, Heathcliff. Whisk me away and embrace me in your heart. The gust here is too cold. My body is turning into ice. Only by your warmth throughout the first thaw. Millions of worlds made real by Catherine and Heathcliff begin speeding by before us. Every possibility of Heathcliff and Catherine. Most end in a tragedy, full of suffering and lamentation. But among the infinity, I catch a glimpse of tranquility. Outside the manor, there are two gravestones, marking Heathcliff and Catherine's final resting places. In the desolate, forlorn moorlands of the Wuthering Heights are two youths, who each resemble Heathcliff and Catherine. They gaze deeply into each other's eyes, their mouths drawn into the sweetest, happiest smiles. Their hearts connected, despite everything.
They were. I see. I let my conviction blind myself to the other possibilities.
King Heathcliff's last words are hollow and bittersweet. Its echoes scatter into nothingness. Catherine begins to disappear from every world, as though she was never there. And whenever Catherine eventually disappeared, millions of changing possibilities appeared before us. Mr. Earnshaw brings Heathcliff from the back streets. Only scorn and hatred for Heathcliff remained the same. But without Catherine, Heathcliff had no reason to endure the suffering in Wuthering Heights. So he quickly moves on from Wuthering Heights. Each Heathcliff lives a different life, meets all kinds of different people, and lives on without Catherine. Our Heathcliff watches the world transform, each Heathcliff living a life of his own, and Catherine's existence slowly fading away from him. I would have understood if Heathcliff were to curse me with weeping, cruel words. I would have understood if he were to grab me and shake me by the collar. To erase someone's entire existence is an unimaginably terrible thing. But Heathcliff was watching it all in silence, as if he wished to carve each and every single one of them into his memory. And finally, there isn't anything left. Nellie, take a golden bow. Nellie stood atop the railings of the rooftop and gazed down at us. Most sinners had fallen or were unconscious. In her hand she held the golden bow that appeared to have been pried from the rooftop. But Heathcliff, you're a good, kind-hearted boy, aren't you? I'm certain you understand. I suppose I'll bring this first to the one who first showed me the mirror shard. I know it's futile. You and your friends have fought battle after battle. Push yourselves past the brink of exhaustion. Tell yourself a chief butler is wait for this precise moment. They can't turn the clock. Or they can turn the clock, but I'll no longer be here once the hands turn once. Sure, can't stop you now, but I'll get it all back. The golden bow. My Catherine. Catherine? Who are you talking about? I can't understand I can't say I understand what you're talking about, Heathcliff. Oh no. That no longer means anything to you or anyone else. Nothing but Liechtenstein remains where she once stood. She's never been clear to me. So clear. That can never be erased. Well, if you're that desperate, then how do you wish will come true one day? It's that the golden bow can make any wish, any heart, come true. If you are not playing as Wild Hunt, instead of having Dullahan in that last scene, he will just use Body Sack. All that remained on the rooftop was a burnt golden bow inside the coffin. The golden bow was burnt white. It appears that someone has made off with the other. Nellie took the other one, the one that's intact. She must have taken it to her. Herman. This isn't a failure. We'll get it back. If our hearts may be broken apart, I'll give it my all. We'll be connected once again. As they did. Even the world of Catherine and I were both dead. Is Catherine the name of the person in this coffin? I'm sorry, everything feels so foggy. The coffin of the person that lies within will be taken back to the headquarters by the after team. I wanted to ask him if he was okay, but I already knew the answer. So many things had gone wrong. No. Still not okay. Heathcliff's one and only goal was gone. But Heathcliff's no longer trapped in a living dream. Perhaps that is precisely why he could open the door to see a new, wider world. Not a single color remained in the silent Wuthering Heights once the tempest passed. All monochromatic save for patches of color. These flowers. Gold leaf. Along these flowers that take root and bloom in the wild moorlands. Most of the flowers that survive no matter what devastating tempest comes their way. And then throw it all and wait. Wait for what? I don't know. Time, I suppose. That's when Heathcliff finally told us the name of the flowers.
남은 건 허망한 기억 불길이 나를 태운 것처럼 내 손엔 채핀 먼지뿐 쉼없이 달려왔던 나를 죄어오던 시간들 이조차 그리워질까 모든 날 언젠가는 돌이켜볼 기억 속에 미소 질 수 있기를 이제는 나가야 할 때 자신을 태워 사라져가는 촛불과 닮아있구나. 수고를 새도 없이 떠밀려 던져진 날 속에 내 길을 갈 수 있기를. 먼 날 언젠가는 돌이켜볼 기억 속에 미소 질 수 있도록 멀리 멀리 날아가고 싶어. 밤하늘의 새처럼 별에 닿을 수 있게 이 밤 또다시 찾아오겠지만 괜찮아. 다 사라지네. 괜찮아. 괜찮아. 쫓아.
Oh, go after it, go!
아니 저기로.
Alright, took off. What the bloody hell are you looking at? Maybe you should have told me that first. Another day, another distortion hunting in the streets of T-Corp as per LCD's orders. It's like it didn't take too long for Heathcliff to be his usual energetic self once again. Oh, I told you something this way! Smash your head once the sofa. Maybe he's gotten too passionate. Long time no. Wait. Why are you. How do you solve color? Because light is yet to reach me. Because the stars unfathomable distance away. Do you like flowers too, Dante? I think I've come to like them. Imagine that there was a single rose you've taken care of for a long time. Your mother was brimming from the sweet aroma of that flower. But one day, leave the rose behind to go on a long, long journey. And in your journey you come across a large garden. And there you see thousands of the very same rose you once cared for. That sight brings you to tears and you drop to your knees. Why do you suppose that is? Damien. He's appeared before me in the past. He always leaves me with these cryptic riddles. I'm starting to understand what his riddles are supposed to represent. Because I finally come to understand that the one I truly loved was the rose I left behind. Correct. Even though there are thousands of roses in this world, there's but one rose that is mine. You watered it diligently, cared for it, even as its thorns pricked your fingers. That your care makes its aroma bloom. I suppose that's what it was for Heathcliff and Catherine as well. Knowing that there are infinite Catherines and Heathcliffs in countless worlds, they wish not for the happiness of infinite Catherines and Heathcliffs, but the happiness of each other. Because to them, each other was the only one that truly mattered. But it would take most people a long, long time to understand that. Because most people are foolish. Do you understand? Once I learn to properly love my very own flower, I no longer need to protect the thousands of other roses in the world. People of the star care for thousands of rose blossoms in their own gardens, but so fail to find what they truly desire. But what of the other flowers that have already bloomed? What happens to them? Debian smiled at my question. You want to find that answer to your question yourself, when you can draw me a sheep. With that, Debian disappeared. Hear the faint cry of a distant lamb. I entirely forgot that that interaction existed. Regardless, like, fuck that, the end of the Canto is so fucking cool. We are finally at level 50 for our peeps. And TK2's open. But we'll do that for the next time, and I'll probably talk a bit about the... Ooh, I can do that next time too. I'll talk a bit about the... Actually, hold on. You know what? Let's... I'm trying to figure out how I would be able to
get just like a little bit more. Actually, I need to I don't think I'm able to get that. Wait on that. 30. Yeah, I'll for. I don't want to do that right now. Yeah, I'll grab the Haisho Otis that we're missing. And then next time we'll be getting a bunch of our peeps up, so just give me a moment to I know it's a horrible idea to ever do single polls. Like maybe the single paid poll you can do, but like just single polls, terrible idea. Because you don't even get a guaranteed 2-star. But this one, we need Haisho Otis.
토끼에게 붙을 이름은 없다. 나는 그저 아무것도 아닌 그림자 속 짐승일 뿐.
Just so that I remember to do that right away. I don't know, I had time. But then next time we will be... Next time we'll be grabbing all of the... we'll be grabbing both Capstone Hong Lu and Moused. That one. Yeah, well, and then level double up to... You get it. But until then, see you guys later.
그림자를 줬던 나날들